Hello friends, my name is Heidi Samble and welcome to my DIY channel. I'm so grateful you clicked on this video today and I hope that it will inspire you. In this video I am sharing farmhouse spring Dollar Tree DIYs. Now I love Dollar Tree supplies because you can make them look so high end on a crafter's budget. Alright, now let's get crafting. I'm going to be taking this fall sign, but we're going to be using the back side as well as these bunnies. And we are going to start with taking our sign and tracing some fabric to size for the back side of our sign because we want to cover that up so it has a nice finished look. Once you've got it all nice and smoothed out and in place, I'm going to take some of my scrapbook paper that I have on hand. I love this floral print and this gingham blue print together. I just feel like it screams spring. I love them so much. So I'm going to add some adhesive to my sign, and they don't have to be perfectly cut because we're going to do some distressing in just a minute. And you're going to see I put some of the floral pattern on one side, on the other side, and then right in the center I'm bringing in that gingham. Now this is where the distressing is going to come in. I love a roughed edge on my paper. So I'm going to just take my scissors and just keep rubbing back and forth. It's okay if it rips just a little bit. You don't want huge giant rips in it, but enough that it gives that distressed look. It kind of has a ruffled look to it when you get all the way around the four sides. And then I'm going to go ahead and add on some of this lace. And now we're going to move on to the bunnies. The bunnies always have these little holes in it when you buy these garland kits. So I like to just fill in those holes with some wood putty. I like to put my finger on the back side of the hole and then put in the putty so it doesn't keep squishing through. You'll notice that that can be kind of frustrating when you're trying to fill the hole. Once it's dry, go ahead and sand it down. Give your bunnies a couple coats of paint depending on how white you want them to be, and then distress them. And at this point, once they're all dry, you can go ahead and start gluing them on. Now I'm going to do 5 bunnies. The best way to center them is putting the bunny in the middle first, and then keep working your way out to the sides. Now it would not be complete without little bunny tails, so I added on some cotton balls, and I also added on some twine bows every other bunny. This DIY is super simple. You're going to take one of these plastic Easter baskets and some carrots from the Dollar Tree. I'm also going to be using some fabric in just a bit. You're going to see that, as well as some Dollar Tree rope. I took off the handle, measured about the height of the carrots from the bottom of the basket, and now with my scissors I'm just going to cut off the extra that we don't need. Once you've got that all cut off, you're going to take some burlap fabric and you're going to just glue it onto the bottom of the basket, pulling it as tightly as you can, wrapping it all the way around. And you can see here that I put the handle back on. It has these little teeth on it that allow it to just pop right back onto the basket. Now we're going to take those carrots and we're going to just wrap them all the way around the whole basket. My inspiration for this basket actually came from the Michaels store. They had this basket at their store, and when I saw it, I knew right away I had to dupe this one. It was super expensive at their store, and we're going to make this so affordable using Dollar Tree carrots, their basket, and some rope. Once I had the carrots all the way around, I went ahead and took one of their nautical brown ropes. I untwisted it because there's 3 on each rope that are twisted together, and then I wrapped it around the handle. And then I took another one of the ropes from the Dollar Tree that's not untwisted, and I just coiled that all around on the inside, gluing it all together to make sure it had a nice finished look. Once everything was all coiled and pushed down inside, I used my scissors and cut off the extra that I didn't need and continued to coil it until it was all the way completely finished and you could no longer see the yellow basket. This was the easiest project and the results turned out so stinking cute. What do you all think? Leave a comment down below to let me know if you like it. For this project, we are going to take this simple wooden framed box, and we're going to start by popping off the back of the twine, the sticker, all that good stuff on the back. And then we're going to take a dark brown and paint the frame and a little bit of the inside of this box. Don't forget the back as well, because I love a good finished back on all my projects. Now we're going to pick out some pattern paper. This part is the fun part because you get to pick the papers that you want. I measure the inside of my box with a clear ruler because it lets me be able to see the dimensions a little bit better with a clear ruler. And then I'm going to just cut down my paper to size and glue that right inside the box. As I am putting the glue in, I'm trying to make sure I'm not leaving any of that stringy residue left behind from the hot glue, because it does make it a little bit difficult later on trying to get out once you glue the paper in. And then I'm going to just push that right down inside. Now I went over to my computer and printed out the word Our Nest using my Word program on my computer. And then once I cut that down, I decided to come in with another pattern paper. I love mixing scrapbook pattern paper so much. I feel like it brings so much personality to such a simple project like a wooden framed box. Now I'm going to layer those and glue those all together, cut them down to size, and then pop that right inside. Now we can stop there, and this is really cute and beautiful, but because it says the word nest, I thought it would be so adorable to bring in a tiny little bird's nest. Now we're going to take some of this nautical rope. It has 3 twisted together on one rope strand, so I went ahead and just untwisted them so I only had one of those ropes. I tied a simple knot, and now I'm just going to add some glue and start coiling around until I get to a size of a little bird's nest that I think would be cute for the corner of this frame. Once you've got it wrapped around enough, start to bring it towards the back side, wrap it around so it has a nice finished look. I feel like these are the moments where projects start to kind of look like a Pinterest fail if you're not careful with how the finishings are. So I'd like to bring it around the back, glue it into place. Then I added in some Spanish moss. And now I'm going to create some little tiny mini eggs with some air dry clay. These little eggs are going to really finish the look of this project. Once the eggs are dry, go ahead and take a paintbrush and just sprinkle on some of those little specks. And once they're dry, you can go ahead and glue your little egg into place. And I wanted to come in to give it that farmhouse look a little bit more. So I'm just dry brushing on some white paint, and then to fill in that corner, because I felt like it was still a little too not finished at the bottom of this project, I added in a little bit more of that Spanish moss. This adorable project has tulips that I picked up from Amazon, a foam square piece, and then a bucket from the Dollar Tree. Start by adding hot glue and a little bit of E6000 to the bottom of your square foam piece and pop that right inside your bucket. Now I'm going to use a plier to push in some holes because these tulips have wires in them, but they have this realistic green casing around it that doesn't let them go into the foam as easily. So I'm going to go ahead and allow those holes to help me get them in there nice and easy, and then I'm going to just glue them into place. Cut your tulips at all different heights and continue to fill them in until you have a beautiful full bucket of tulips. Once they are all in place, take some of the Spanish dried moss and pop that in around the bottom of the flowers in the bucket. I hope you felt inspired by these projects. I love spring and I love coming up with fun ideas using Dollar Tree supplies. And please remember to give this video a thumbs up. It really does help out my channel. And share it on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, wherever you feel inspired to share. Thanks so much for stopping by, and until the next episode, bye friends.